Hey everyone, and welcome to the Real Talk channel. Now this is part 1 of my new series called Bible Insights, which I hope you guys will enjoy. It's your boy TV here, and today we're going to dive into something that every single Christian should know, and that's what Jesus did for you on the cross and how that completely disarms the army of hell for any accusation against you. Now hopefully with this truth you can possibly reshape your confidence and redefine your walk with Christ. So hope y'all enjoy, and no more talking. Let's get into it. Okay, so the verse that changes everything for me is not just John 3:16 or Romans 6:28. It's Colossians 2, verse 14 and 15. Let me read it out for you guys. Having canceled the charges of our legal indebtedness which stood against us and condemned us, he has taken it away, nailing it to the cross. And having disarmed the powers and authorities, he made public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. Okay, so let me break it down for you. Every record, every charge, every accusation, everything that the enemy uses to accuse you, Jesus took that and nailed it to the cross. Now, this isn't just metaphorical. This is spiritual reality. Jesus didn't just forgive you, he disarmed hell itself. Okay, so to take this idea further, think of the story of Job. And in Job 1 and 2, we see that Satan, the accuser, comes to God and basically tells him, I've been watching him, and I know where he's weak. I know how to tempt him and how to break him. So let me at him, coach. And when you think about that, it's kind of as if Satan is taking notes of every weakness, every failure, every struggle you have, and keeps it on record. And the truth that nobody wants to think about today is that Satan is still doing that today to each and every single one of us. He memorizes what you do. He notes down every failure. He remembers every past cycle, every struggle, every sin, every mistake, and tries to use that against you. Every stumble you go across, he's whispering in your ears, see, you're that same person. How can God forgive you? How can God love you? See, you're just hopeless. But the beautiful truth that Colossians 2 is telling us is that every accusation that the enemy tries to use against us, God tore it all up already. So basically think about it this way. Those notes that Satan took, the records that he has, every single thing that he jotted down, God took it and just ripped it all apart. Jesus erased it completely, not covered it temporarily, not blurred, not reduced. He completely erased it. Here's a little example. Imagine you're in a cosmic courtroom and Satan steps forward as a prosecutor holding a folder with your name on it. And inside of it, every mistake, every failure, every sin, every regret, every weakness, every moment you fell, every time you messed up, either was private or in public, every single thing is in that folder. And he's prepared to present it to the court. But when he opens it to accuse you, what he finds inside? It's blank. It's nothing. But why is that? It's because Jesus didn't say, I'll overlook it, I'll cover it up, I'll hide it so that nobody sees it. What he's saying in Colossians 2 is that he says, I'll take it, I'll pay it, I'll erase it, and I'll cancel it. Colossians says he canceled the charges. So that legal case the devil had against you to God, it's non-existent anymore. So therefore, there's no evidence, there's no accusation, and there's no condemnation. And think about it, this goes back to Romans chapter 8 verse 1, where Paul says, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. And speaking of all of these cancellation of charges, there's a much larger framework at play than just you. Let's look at 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17, where it says, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. When you come into Christ, that old that passed away isn't just your habits. It's generational agreements that your family has ever had with darkness. So generational habits, family patterns, ancestral baggage, addictions, brokenness, trauma, cycles that go on keep repeating through generations. You're breaking all that and you're making it pass away. In that moment, you become the generational turning point. You become the Abraham of your family, essentially. You become that first flame that walks into the darkness that your family has ever had. And when you think about it, that's why the devil fights so hard for you growing up, because he knows that if you ever submit your life to Christ, your whole family lineage is at play here. When you're choosing Jesus, you're closing the door that Satan was using to access your family. You're stopping those patterns, and in that, you're starting a new Christ-centered legacy, a new bloodline where your kids don't have to fight the same battles you had to fight. Okay, but listen, you may be free from all that, right? But when you come into Christ, not just saved from your family, you're saved for your family. And let's look at Joshua 24 verse 15, where it says, "As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." When Jesus rescues you, he's placing you to a calling where you don't only pray for yourselves, but for your entire household as well. So I'm talking pray for your parents, shine light to your siblings, cousins, grandparents, uncles. You are the flame, like I said, of the darkness that was covering them. And it's your duty as a follower of Christ to bring that light unto them, to wake up those who are spiritually asleep, basically. Freedom starts with you, and it won't end with you either. You are the living testimony that God will use to break every single generational chain and start new generational blessings instead. So the enemy may have had your family for generations, but now he has to deal with you, a child of God, a breaker of chains, and a lineage restarter. And speaking of generational past, here's what's the most beautiful part of God. God isn't obsessed with your past. He's invested in your future. I hear this quite a lot on, I can never be a Christian because of what I've done. If God only knew the wrongs I've done willfully. But he doesn't define you by your worst mistakes and your weakest days. He looks at your present and he tells you, what are you going to do now so that you can start a future with me? Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. Alright, your past is only one chapter in the whole book called Your Identity. God uses the present as a place where freedom starts, and will use the future as a place where your purpose will ultimately unfold. And literally in verse 15 of Colossians 2, it says, Jesus disarmed the powers and authorities. This means that the enemy has no power over you. The only power he does have is your own overthinking, your own thinking and shame of what you've done in the past. But let me reiterate it, God erased it. Jesus erased it through the cross. So the only thing that's holding you back is the past that Jesus already erased for you. So your job now, literally walk as somebody with no accusations behind their back, to live as someone whose record is completely wiped clean, and to pray as someone with no chains holding them back, because that's who you are. That is it for part 1 of my new series called Bible Insights, which I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. That would help me out very much, and hope others probably see this message in their recommendations. And I want y'all to understand this. Either you're Christian or not, your past cannot hold you back because God erased it already. The only way your past can hold you is if you let it hold you. And that's how the devil gets you. If this blessed you, please let me know in the comments down below. And, share with a friend who might need to hear this. Hear that their past is completely erased and that they can step anew with Christ. God bless y'all, and I hope I'll see y'all in the next video.